all sweaty nerds. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was just thinking it's not. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, the crowd is not known for their hygienic prowess. Let's say. So yeah, I was
hygienic
like,
prowess, brilliant.
prowess.
Like it's a skill you need to level up in life. Your hygienic prowess.
Yeah,
well, it didn't stink. It didn't stink, but it was just
hot and humid.
humid and warm.
Pure body heat.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to jump straight into this, because obviously you were at the Essen Spiel, which is like a big gaming convention, wasn't it?
Yes.
Essen is the place it's held, right? In Germany? Is it Germany?
Yes.
Nice.
It's around I think 1 hour away from the border, from the Dutch border.
It's not too far.
It's pretty central.
Nice. Yeah.
Did
you pick anything up from? Did you pick anything up from Essen Spiel?
Oh, I did. Just give me a second. I'm taking. I also bought some games. I'm taking off the prices.
Oh, okay.
Because they also contain my personal information.
Yeah. Nice. But yeah, while we're doing
that type of negativity in your life, you don't need the reminder.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
I already have myself. Don't need some more external factors.
Yeah. But yeah, while we're all preparing, welcome to another episode of Great Mail Day here on Go Again Gaming. This is where we just talk about stuff that we've picked up, and it can be from basically any game, any fandom, anything really, as long as it's geek and nerd related. You can see it being showcased on here, and we're joined today also by Tom from Big Boss Book Club. How's it going?
Yes.
Oh, very good, very good. Thank you so much for inviting me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. I know you're an aficionado of getting Great Mail Days. I can always see your posts in the Discord.
Every day is a Great Mail Day.
Exactly.
I work out at my parents' house
Yeah,
because it's where I can set up my office stuff,
Mhm.
and so I have everything delivered there because I'm always going to be there because I'm working, and then my dad's retired, so he's always around anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, every day it's just like my dad's like, "There's more mail here for you." I'm like, "I know, I'm sorry."
Weren't you saying?
Sorry to bother you guys.
Yeah, weren't you saying that you were expecting some extra mail, but it wasn't there or something?
Yeah, I was hoping I'd have. So I've ordered a load of bits for. So I'm doing anyone who sort of knows me or has seen anything I post on like Instagram, Big Boss Book Club, just will know that I'm a huge fan of like one box games, and at the moment I'm a little bit obsessed with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel boxes because they're like self-contained sets, and I was like, what if I built the Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City top 8 decks in a battle box and just built them all from scratch? So I've been ordering all the these like old school commons, so some of them like 2p. I think the most expensive one I've bought so far was like 30p, and that was Pot of Greed.
Oh wow!
As I've just been buying it, like whether the cards are banned or not, doesn't matter. I've just been buying them. So I bought a load, and I was kind of hoping that they would have arrived for this. And unfortunately, they haven't. So I've got some of the bits here to show today, but unfortunately, the ones that I really wanted to show, which I figured would be here by now, have not arrived, sadly.
So what are you using these products for? A Battle City? What is it that you're using it for? Is it format or game style, or what is it?
No, so the Battle City is basically what happens in seasons 2 or 3 and 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh, the original series, which is like just a tournament, and Battle City is because it takes part over a whole city, so players have to go and find each other throughout the city and duel and stuff like that. So when it gets to the top 8, you've got like these 8 characters, you've got their 8 decks, and obviously we whittle down to 1. So I just really liked the idea of building a battle box of just the top 8 decks from Battle City.
Yeah,
like regardless of whether the cards are banned or not, just build them as I see them. Some of the decks are a little bit more difficult than others, as some characters you see throughout Battle City, like Yugi and Kaiba, for example. But then there are characters like Odeon and Shizu who you only see in the top 8. You never see them before. So they're to try and craft a 40 card deck Yeah, is proving a little tricky, to say the least. But all the others are proving really, really cheap to pick up. Like I've probably not spent in total. I've probably not spent 50 quid, and I've pretty much,
good.
And I'm quite far into getting it all done.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's really it. I mean, I'm a big Battle City fan anyway. The Battle City story is probably the most famous story in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series.
It is.
So yeah, being able to sort of build a battle box that is just the 8 decks of the top 8, and just be able to say to people, "Hey, do you want to have a game of Yu-Gi-Oh? Pick a character, or get allocated a random character. Here's their deck as best as I can make it with the cards that are available and the cards that I know. Let's play
yeah,
them
it's
off."
a good idea because, like, I think for my experience of Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays is just like you win on your first or second turn. It's not like how I used to play it in school. You know, it was a lot more clunky and enjoyable back when we were playing it back then. But now it's just like I can win on turn 2 unless you can interact with me situation.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh game as it is now.
Yeah.
In fact, the very first episode of the Big Boss Book Club podcast was about Yu-Gi-Oh, and literally my only real thing is the game where it is now isn't. Yeah, I could talk about that for hours. It's not where I'm not happy with it as a game. I'm all stuck in 2004 for my
so that's probably
experience.
Like the starter decks and the dual decks and stuff that you get are probably the experience that you're probably looking to emulate from the old days, because they're sort of reasonably clunky decks, right?
Yeah. Like some of the cards in them are not playable.
Yeah,
like they're just straight up not playable.
Brilliant.
But they're in there because that character has it in the series.
Yeah.
You know, it's hopefully going to be a little bit of fun. And it'll be something that once the shop's open, I can say to people come and say, "Hey, you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Got this battle box here. Give it a whirl if you want."
Good idea. Yeah. Epic. Well, I haven't got too much stuff. I've got a couple of October. October's the month of Halloween, right? So I've got a couple of horror sort of style things I'm going to be going into today. But not as much as we had last time. I don't know about you guys, just to sort of get an idea of what we've got today. What have you got, Andres? A couple of things?
I'd have a couple of things. I have like 6-7 games, a few cards.
Yeah.
Something very special I think Tom will enjoy, because there was a Konami store, official store over there.
Oh, okay.
Which
nice.
Which were allowed to buy certain special stuff.
Yeah.
After spending so much money. So if you don't mind, I would like to start with that.
Yeah, we can start. We can start with that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to Andres's top down.
So let me.
Stupidly jealous here now, aren't I? Or I'm going to be like angry, being like, "You could have messaged me, brother."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh shit. No. But the funny thing is that most of the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff I'm picking is very old stuff.
Okay.
And the special stuff I was able to get was because a few friends of mine picked it up like 2 months ago. Also in Germany during another con.
Nice.
So yeah, this was a little. So it's a mix of new and some older stuff.
Nice.
Just a quick one as well while you're setting up the camera. Is Essenspiel the same sort of date and time every year? Is it a yearly thing?
Yeah, it's a yearly thing, and it should be around the same time.
Yeah, I might have to try and go to one.
It's fun, and it's not Essen is not super far, and it's not very expensive, so it's great.
That's what I like to hear. Beer price is good. That's all I need to know. The beer price is good.
Yeah, and during Oktoberfest you can get a lot of good beer.
Oh, nice. Sounds good to me.
So now I'm trying to get mine.
Yeah, we're using a bit of peek behind the curtain. We're using Zencaster today, so obviously there's a couple of technicalities. We're not just using an a Discord call. So we're just trying to get that working. But Eschenspiel, I think obviously all of us three are connected through Flesh and Blood. So I think LSS were there as well, were they, in Eschen?
Yeah, LSS was there, but it was under Blackfire.
Okay,
the big European supplier of stuff.
Yeah.
We visited the booth, and to be fair, there were only a few people playing the new Professor game of the tabletop.
Yeah.
Round table thing.
Around the table set, and some guys that are pretty good from the ENTCG team. Who were playtesting some few games of CC, and I think that's it. And also in between the games, some people playing some Crack and Pack,
Crack Shuffle Play,
Crack Shuffle Play. That's
yeah. Oh, cool. I hope they also try not to do too much Flesh and Blood in here. It's gonna seep in every now and again because obviously that's how we've all connected. But I do hope that they put Crack Shuffle Play in every set going forward. I don't know how they're going to do that because obviously Bright Lights was the first only one hero set, but I think that's just a very good thing to have. I don't know about what your opinions are on having that in every set, on how it could work, but
I don't think every set would be good.
Yeah,
if I'm honest. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It'd be quite nice to have breaks. So when they do the wizard set or the ranger set or the ninja set, I could just thank God I can my wallet can buy more Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I think there was I think it was the French Ivafidia podcast. James was on there, and a long time ago, I think maybe a year or so ago, and he confirmed the all arcane set. So that's got to be all wizards as well, surely.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, or a mix,
or a mix of
Runeblade. Throw Runeblade.
Runeblade probably.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, I think I like the idea. 3 packs, you take out the tokens, you put the rest of the cards together, you play. I do quite like the idea of that, but I don't know. I for every set, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I'd like to see it happen. I think it's a good entry point where you can just crack and play with packs. But I just don't know how they would make it work with multiple heroes, because that wouldn't be possible, would it? Really?
No, it'd be like Shapeshifter. Every set would be like Shapeshifter.
Yeah, exactly.
Really weird.
So
I can't see him doing that myself.
No,
I have no Flesh and Blood stuff here. I'll be honest with you, because literally, I'm very grateful to be taking a break thanks to Bright Lights. I could do with it after Dusk Till Dawn.
That's the beauty of the game, though, isn't it? To a certain degree, I don't know whether financially it's good, because obviously some sets just don't appeal to some people. But I guess that's also a good thing as well. So there's pros and cons to having a hero-centric game, isn't there?
Yeah, because Outsiders, in theory, should have been a break for me as well. But then, obviously, I played a pre-release like an idiot.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
With Azori. So yeah, it would be quite nice to have more breaks from Flesh and Blood, if I'm completely honest, because I've spent so much money on the game.
But I think that's also a plus as well, right? Like if you're going to a pre-release and you're just there to enjoy the set for whatever reason, and then you end up playing a hero that you wouldn't necessarily play, and you actually like it. That's also a good way to discover heroes as well, isn't it?
True.
Yeah.
And it did end up resulting in me. I suppose actually in many ways it's probably been a bit of a good thing, because actually it resulted in me cutting Mechanologist from my hero pool, and just in time for this set that is entirely Mechanologist, where I would have been almost duty bound to buy in a big way. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that actually it did make me go, oh, actually Azori, I spent the money on Azori to recoup that. I have sold all my Mechanologist cards. And I'm like, thank goodness. Because Bright Lights would have been an expensive set. Even though I do want to pick up a copy of Evil Ultron.
Yes.
just because it's cool, and I want to put it in my folder.
Speaking of Teclo Daddy and Bright Lights, look at that playmat.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So is that all working on your end now? Is it?
Yeah, it should be working for now. And I will upscale my camera resolution just a little bit.
Fantastic.
So can you guys see it?
Yeah.
I have no camera resolution.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. So I will start with some stuff I collect. It's going to be very strange. I collect structure decks.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been collecting them since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And this was in 2004. I have the first 6 or 7 structure decks completed, all sleeved.
Okay,
So
it's like the Zombie Horde and the Dragon.
Zombie Madness.
Zombie Madness.
Dragon's Roar.
Something like that. It's the Red Eye Darkness Dragon, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the fire and the fire and water deck, the warrior deck, the spellcaster deck, and the light deck.
Nice, I like it.
So my friends got me this, and in Spiel, I found
Dark World,
old sealed Dark World structure deck and starter deck from the very first XC series.
Yeah, nice.
They're sealed in first edition English.
Nice.
And they were like £8 each.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
For
actually.
I think for a product, so I think XC was the third. No, we had the Fusion, Synchro, then XC,
yeah,
and now Link. So yeah. So I think this is from 2000. It should be around the 2015.
And these were from a Konami stall, were they?
No, this was from a Konami store. These were from 2 sellers.
Oh, okay.
Or from a random seller, and they were just dumping stuff, which I didn't understand. But the other thing I got from my friends from the official Konami, which you were also able to get as if you bought the stuff at the official Konami store. It's a 2-player
nice
playmat.
Cool.
Of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sweet. From 5Ds. It's got Yusei and Jack on it.
Yusei, Jack,
nice.
King.
So it's like a larger playmat, right? So you can
you can compare it with the Ira 2-player playmat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, it's both sides of the field.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I wish I could show a little bit better, but that's it was my friends picked it up for me at another German con, but this was also available during the spiel, because Konami is always there with possibilities to learn to play with other stuff which you can learn to play. The same goes with LSS. Bandai had their own stand over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
In which I also picked up some other stuff, but I need to remember where it was.
I will say you bought too much stuff without saying you bought too much stuff.
Way too much stuff. Which one of the coolest things was about that, going back to Bandai, is that they had the an official preview decks of the new Dragon Ball Z game.
Oh, new Dragon Ball Z. So what happened to the other one? Has that been cancelled then? The second game.
I think they are the current game. They are taking it. They're putting to this. They're not putting to the side. They are expanding into it.
Oh, okay.
So they're doing a game next to it.
Oh God. Okay.
All right. Okay.
So my cousin tried to, random story, my cousin's stepson, he bought into Dragon Ball Z when it got relaunched, but their release schedule is insane.
Yes.
You think Magic release often. These people, it's like a new set every few weeks.
What?
Plus a new special edition box with like promos that you can only get in those boxes and things like that. God. My cousin priced up a deck to play with against his stepson, and it was ridiculous amount of money. It was in like the triple digits, and he was just like, for a game I'm going to play once in a blue moon with my stepson. Like, no chance in hell. The release schedule, because he would have had to have bought loads from different sets. He'd have had to have bought like promos that are only available in these special boxes. He was just like, no way.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing I heard was that they had playable promos that were only available in certain products. Or yeah. That's weird.
The schedule is insane.
That's correct, and that has happened with Dragon Ball, with Digimon, and Digimon happened, and it was, oh man, I have friends who played Digimon and tried to play it competitive, but you could just feel the anger when you needed to participate during a store tournament. So you will be able to win. If you participated, you got a promo, and that was the only way to get the playable cards.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah, imagine any other game. Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Did it in 2006 with the Crush Card virus, which was what was the circuit called again? The Shonen Jump Cup.
Oh, okay.
But it was a one-off, and then they learned from their fault. Because
and Crush Cards are common now. You can pick it up.
Yeah, Crush Card has been, but it used to be a $200 card.
Yeah. Same with Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar was in Tournament Pack 1.
It's like, yes.
Now, I think it was in. I think it's been reprinted multiple times, but you can get it in common.
Yeah, but the same goes for the the 4-star machine 1800
Mechanical Chaser.
Mechanical Chaser, yes, correct.
I own a TP1. Mechanical Chaser. It's in my machine collection. I also had a TP3 one as well, but I sold that.
Yeah, probably Aaron doesn't know, but this were like during the start of Yu-Gi-Oh! The base level cards started at 1600 for 4-star, so you didn't need to distribute summoning in. Jeez. So you could just play it directly, and then within 1 or 2 sets, it started going from 1600, 1700, 1800,
and
1850 was a special card. Was a special card you could only pull from promo packs, which you could win when you showed up at the local armory of Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time.
So you had to go to those. You had to go to those events. Bloody hell, yeah,
and do well to get the packs.
Do well, yeah.
And then you had to pull it from the pack.
Oh my word!
Because there were the foils. Yeah. So there were 4 foils, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. Probably something like that. I think there was like an ultra rare and a couple of super rares. Yeah,
so it was a small chance to get it. So you had the chance to get it, but it was lowered because you had 4 other or 6 other foil cards in the same set. So you had to either win 5 packs a week and try to get your luck within a few months, or just pay I think the card went to $100 at this around the time.
Wow. Well, luckily they changed it because that's
you can get it in common now.
You can get it in common for 5p.
Yeah,
I think I do remember the card, the Crush Card virus thing. I remember the art just being literally a virus. That's it.
Yes,
but I can't remember for the life of me what it does. But I can imagine the card. But I don't think I ever played with it. I think it had a lot of text, if I remember correctly. Maybe not.
Yu-Gi-Oh has a lot of text.
It does. God.
They refuse to use short wording like Phantasm. Oh no, he's a winged dragon of Ra.
Well, moving on to Tom's pickups then, because that's one of yours, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I got 3 cards here that came through the post. The first one is actually a foil slime token, which was like 17p. I didn't even know they existed, and I've bought it solely because it was just a bit of jank. I was like, a slime token, 17p foil, sold. I have 2 of them.
What's that for then?
So I'll explain. So there is a couple of different cards that generate slime tokens, which are actually used in Marek Ishtar's deck, who's one of our top 8 Battle City contenders. Which actually leads me nicely into this one. which is Guardian Slime. This was actually this was a weird one, actually. I bought this as part of a bulk because it was cheaper than buying the card on its own.
Oh, really?
The card on its own was like £9 on eBay.
Yeah.
This bulk was £4.99, and this was one of like 6 cards. So I bought it solely for this card, and I was like, that saved me like £5 nearly. So,
Interesting.
and then basically, Guardian Slime interacts with the Winged Dragon of Ra, which was 60p off Card Market. Back in the day, these cards, I remember when Gogh cards, when they first started getting printed, were like ridiculous money each, and now you can literally get them on Card Market for pittance and in foil.
Is that literally just because power creep in Yu-Gi-Oh is just massive that there's just no point in playing it anymore, or
no? It's because how many times things get printed.
Okay, right.
Yu-Gi-Oh, I think in many ways it's a great thing. Banished Zone had this conversation actually on one of their podcasts, which I massively disagreed with them on. They basically said that that Yu-Gi-Oh basically was rubbish because it kept reprinting cards.
Yeah.
This is my argument is the proof's in the pudding. Yu-Gi-Oh's still going. They're just celebrating their 25th anniversary, and it's still going. So, I think them reprinting has allowed people to A, get into the game, and B, has allowed people like me, old farts, who are coming back to the game. Hey, look at that. Is that Legend of Blue Eyes, or is that?
It's Legend of Blue Eyes, yes. The reprint.
It actually allows people like me to come back to the game and say, okay, I'm going to build a battle box. I want to get the cards I need for it. Oh, 60p. Well, back in my day, that was a £50 card back in my day. So now, I can get it for 60p, fraction of the price.
I mean, it capitalizes on, the people that are getting back into it, because card games is like this cycle, right? You go into it, you get out of it. You go into it, you get out of it. And if you want to revisit it for nostalgia reasons, you can go back and look at those cards. Like, maybe 10 years time, I go back and look at Azalea Ace in the Hole, for instance, and how garbage she was in comparison to what's out now. But it allows you to get back into the game in a certain way that could get you hooked in again. So it is a kind of a good thing that way. I don't know enough about Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's a positive I can see from it.
I think it really plays on the nostalgia.
Yeah,
because that's what Yu-Gi-Oh is for me. Like I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh in 2003, showing my age, and I'm I'm 36 now, so so to be able to sort of buy cards like this and cards like Guardian Slime, I mean, it's literally only in there for another card, which is the card I wanted to show, which is Egyptian God Slime, which has actually been the most expensive card I bought, and it's actually cost more than all the other cards I bought combined. But it's part of Marrakesh Tar's deck in the series, so I wanted to have it.
Used to be in there, yeah.
So this is the only reason I bought this card is because it will allow me to bring that card out. Winged Dragon is obviously Winged Dragon, and then the Slime Token again, bit of jank, 17p a card.
Yeah, why not?
Meh, you know what I mean? It's not breaking the bank.
No,
and I think being able to do these sort of battle boxes is cool. I said the speed duel one. If anybody's like watching who's like, oh, you know what, I've been thinking about playing a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, those speed duel boxes are spot on. Like, it's all really, most of the time, really underpowered cards, or they don't give you enough of them to make them overpowered, and it's a sealed self-contained set, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, nice.
And like I say, I built going back to Flesh and Blood, I built the War of the Monarch cube that Dead Summer put on Fabry.
Oh yeah.
I reached out to him actually. I made some changes just to try and go with what I'd got and what I saw in terms of vision for it. But yeah, like things like that, just one box games where you can just pick them up and play it. Fantastic. So yeah, three Yu-Gi-Oh cards that going into my battle box: Winged Dragon of Ra, Guardian Slime, and a Slime Token. It's just a great way of kicking it off.
Oh yeah, God yeah. And we'll speak about games that you can play out of the box very soon, because you've got something there that that can be played out of the box as an experience. So we'll go into that in a bit. On a flesh and blood note, so for me this week, these arrived. So these are the T-shirts that I'm going to...
Yes.
You actually had to be 69, didn't you?
Absolutely, yeah, as number 69. So these are a bunch of football shirts that are going to be used. So I've got mine in here. I've got Hayden Dale's in here. I've got a load of Spanish players. I've basically got everyone's kit. So I'm going to have to take the whole thing to Worlds in my suitcase, everyone's kit, because we're going to be playing a Team World versus Team Spain football match, soccer match for American listeners. Which I thought would be a cool idea to just bring sort of community members together to play something outside of Flesh and Blood, but still related to Flesh and Blood because we all love it. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be captured on camera as well. Going to be taking quite a bit of things to try and get different angles. And Andres, you're going to be helping me with that as well.
Yes.
I'm giving you the Nerves of Steel playmat as payment for that as well.
Nice.
Playmat number 15. Number 17, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. And that was just to shout out the person who made it. That was Andy Portillo. He's on Twitter as well. I don't know what his tag is, but Andy Portillo is also the guy that made these LSS bottles. He's the merchant. The merchant that LSS use for a lot of their stuff. He also made the shitty Christmas present socks that were given to content creators.
Lovely.
Like it.
So, he does some good stuff. What was you going to say?
And so it's Team World versus Team Spain.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it probably needs to be said, doesn't it, really, that if you all lose, you're not welcome back in the countries you came from.
Pretty much. That's right.
You need to stay in Spain.
Yeah. I will then
your
live in
sitting
Barca
on the beach, drinking sangria.
Yeah. Sipping
horrible.
Sipping mojitos and getting smashed in the local armories by Sunflower Samurai.
Yeah.
Every time just getting smashed. But yeah, shout out to Andrew Portillo, Andy Portillo. Thanks for doing those for me. It's going to be a good video when it comes out. So make sure you stay tuned to Go Again Gaming for that. That's my first thing I wanted to point out. Who wants to go next?
I would like to come back to Tom about the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, just very shortly, because it's funny. The Yu-Gi-Oh printed out the first God cards as promos in the Game Boy games, if you remember correctly.
I have them.
Oh, nice. But the funny thing is, they weren't playable.
No, they weren't. It said on the bottom of them, you cannot use these in a duel.
Yeah. Until 2012.
Oh, really? Is that when the first playable ones came out?
That's when the first playable ones came out.
Wow.
At least that's what I can find from the Wikipedia, because I was looking at it. So 2011 and 2012 were the first time they came out playable.
Wow, that's nuts. So I've got the original set, the ones that weren't playable. I have the Shonen Jump ones that were promoed, and then I have the reprints. I don't know what they were in. They were in a box. They were like, you got all three of them in like
the Legendary Collection 1.
Yeah, they weren't blue, red, and yellow. They were like normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Effect monsters. They're just with the God cards, and I have them as well. Then I have Obelisk and Slifer from the movies, and then I need to get Ra from the Rage of Ra pack. But other than that, I should, in theory, I think I have all of them, all the different artwork printings. I don't just buy them for the sake of buying them. They have to be different artwork. But I have all the artwork printings.
Yeah,
because they're sexy.
I know. I have a few ones collected. I have the playable one. I have a few random cards. Let me just change camera so I'll grab my binder. Just above me. Also, just to show off, these were the Bandai promos you were able to get during the spiel.
Okay. Oh, it's One Piece Bandai as well.
Yeah.
I don't play One Piece, so I didn't know. But yeah, that's pretty cool actually. They're printing out some games then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bandai. Wow. Okay.
And the funny thing, they almost all have similar mechanics.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's Bandai.
Didn't Bandai do Power Rangers? Where's my Power Rangers game? Was that Bandai who did Power Rangers?
It wouldn't surprise me because
Get me a Power Rangers trading card game. That's what we need.
Maybe with the Battle Spirit Saga, as they are doing a lot of collaborations. They recently did a Gundam collaboration, and next year they're doing Evangelion collaboration.
Okay, so potentially then down the line, that'd be quite interesting.
And in Japan, they have like multiple sets dedicated to just just other games.
They're the ones.
Yeah.
Nice they are. You've even got them still in the thing. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I even have a sealed version of this set.
Oh wow! Okay.
Which is I bought it a few years ago for like £50.
Okay.
And now it's worth
Envoy of the End.
No, it's the TML reprint. I'm still searching for the original because I lost mine when I was very young. Mine got stolen.
Oh, okay. Hey, look at the Raz.
So this should be this Shonen Jump version. So
yeah.
It's a bit of it's not flexing, which I just wanted to share with you guys the old because I'm 31 years old. I'm a bit old for most of the people online.
Nice.
So
that's nice. That is one.
And of course, my favorite card, the legendary Jujutsu Master. Because I myself practice Jujutsu, so.
Nice.
I'll come back with the stuff. I got a Great Archive.
Okay.
I wanted to start to play the game, so I managed to do a demo session.
Oh yeah.
Because one of the things I collect demo decks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I enjoy the way they just have like a small part of a game which either hasn't been started or just started.
Was it the Swordswoman demo deck that you got given? The Swordcraft? No. Is it not Swordcraft? No, that's Shadowverse. I'm thinking of something else.
It was this one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Red Zone Rogue's big into Grand Archive, isn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't he? Yeah. True.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of the name of that character on that demo thing. Can't remember what it's called. Lorraine, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
because this is the original demo deck.
That's the one, yeah. That's the original one.
Every checkout assistant in the northwest of England.
Yeah. Lorraine?
Lorraine.
So I this were like handed out I think at the start of last year.
Also them card packs. Yeah.
So these aren't card you can't play this legally because there are demo only decks. I also got the One Piece one.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so they just give you those today if you go to the stand or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, that's cool. Nice.
That was a lot of fun. But you needed to play one game to get a set of the promos.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the shortest one was Battle Spirit Saga, and it was the same time a game I really wanted to play.
Cool. That's pretty cool, actually. I mean, it's a nice way of getting people in, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Come and see these games, get these promos. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go next year. I'm going to go next year. To do a Essenspiel pickup special next year.
Yeah. But this is probably not a world first, but a very early, because very few people have been allowed to play the game or to even see the cards.
Dragon Ball, okay.
Oh, Gotenks straight off the bat, love it.
Yeah,
he's my favorite character, 100%. Super Saiyan Gotenks as well. Love it.
Straight over my head, I'm afraid. Straight over my head.
Yeah.
It's never a series I picked up Dragon Ball. My cousin could probably give you the names, scripts of all these characters.
Oh, yeah.
All I know is they started a fight in episode 1, and episode 7 they're still fighting.
They're still going, yeah. Still charging up.
Yeah, they've only thrown 2 punches.
Yeah. Charging for like 3 episodes and then using the ability. Brilliant. Is there any particular sort of theme to that deck? It's like Vegeta and Goten and Trunks and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a bit of a control deck.
Okay.
Because it has like 1 or 2 characters that say which was it? Which my friend won the game with that. It was one that could bounce cards back to my hand.
Oh, okay. Those card layouts look very Digimon.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, because I've got 2 of the Digimon starter decks because I wanted to give it a go. And I'm like you, I'm a huge starter deck guy.
Yeah.
But like, those card layouts very, very Digimon.
Yeah, but you start with like your leader. It reminded me a lot of like the One Piece game and the Flesh and Blood. But you start with your leader, and then once you start playing the game, you draw a few cards. I think 5, and then you have to choose whether you have to put one face up to have an energy floating.
Mm-hmm.
And once you collected enough energies, let's say I've put this 3, I've used, so your hands are your resources.
Yeah.
But they stay permanently on the energy field. So you tap this 3 to get a Gotenk.
Okay. Got like a Lorcana vibe.
Yeah, pretty much inking.
Ink anything. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
It's inkable.
Yeah, I think a lot of games are sort of emulating the fact that your hand is just your resources now, aren't they? Because nobody wants to have the archaic you can't do anything if you don't draw lands situation.
Well, Lorcana can get you into that. Like I had a game with that deck I'd built where I had a really bad draw and I didn't draw anything that was inkable for multiple turns. All my cards were uninkable.
Yeah.
See, it is possible to do it in Lorcana. It's just very, very difficult.
Yeah. True, yeah, because you have cards you can't put in your inkwell. That's right. Yeah.
So I had an instant where I was playing and I drew, and I was like, I have nothing in my hand that can put into my inkwell. It's like,
damn.
I sat there for like 3 turns, just like, okay, and I couldn't play anything in my hand because I didn't have enough ink. So it's just like, oh, great, wonderful, thanks.
Yeah, brilliant.
So. Coming over to Lorcana, I can get into the flow of the talk.
Yeah.
The promo.
Yeah, it's a Spiel exclusive promo, which I like and dislike at the same time.
Luckily, I don't play Steel, so it's fine.
So it has the Spiel logo here at the bottom.
Nice.
So can you include this card in your deck then competitively or not? You can. Oh God.
Yeah,
you can.
Is that good or bad? That it's only available at this one event.
Oh no! It's a common. In the normal set, it's a common.
Yeah, it's just particular artwork is and the logo at the bottom. That's it.
So thank God for that. It's not a unique card to Essen only.
No. Thank God. I was going to say. So one of the other stuff that was very cool, we got a small preview of the new Star Wars game.
Oh, cool!
Unlimited.
Yeah, they had some demo decks which you could see they were freshly printed.
Okay.
So they weren't the official product, but one of the things you were allowed to, because after you played and you finished your rounds.
Yeah, the promo Vader and Luke. Yeah, they were giving them away in America, weren't they, as well?
Yeah, and they were giving away here at the same time. And
nice.
One of the coolest stuff is like these are the I always forget the light speed or the hyperspeed, hyperdrive. Mm-hmm. When you look around the border, these are the I think the regular border is black or white.
It's like full art, isn't it? Rather than
this ones are full arts, and they're even stamped. with event exclusive stuff.
Nice.
Logo.
I
The
do
same
want
thing goes.
to. I do want to give Star Wars Unlimited a go. It is something I'm not going to buy in, but I know they're doing a 2-player starter deck with Luke and Vader, so it's going to be on the purchase list.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a
I am.
crack.
We tried to play it a little bit, but it was a very dumb setup in my opinion, because they had every table had two setups. They had one German deck and one English deck.
Brilliant.
What?
Yeah. So
Okay.
when we
That
went to
makes
sit
sense.
down, and we asked one of the what do you call, one of the assistants that were walking over there, or one of the stand people.
Yeah.
We asked them, "Can we play the game in English?" Say, her response or their response was like, "Yeah, it's the English is very busy right now."
I wonder why.
Yeah, but, and then after a few seconds, we asked, "But do we need to stand over here or just wait?" We get the same answer. Yeah, it's very busy in the English tables.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so me and my friend, we just sat down at a German table, took a reading of the cards, see if we could understand anything. His German is a lot better than mine, so he could understand. But after a few minutes, we were like, "Dude, what are we doing? Just put on some counters over here and some cards over here, and we just said we finish the game just to get the promos because I'm done."
Yeah.
Did you ever play Conquest?
No.
The Warhammer 40k game. So my cousin, he's really gonna. I think he's really gonna get into it because it's he with me with Flesh and Blood. It's he's looking for that competitive re-entry, and he thinks this is going to be it for him. He seems to think it's got a lot of elements of Conquest in it. If that's true, it potentially has got the hallmarks of a good game because I loved Conquest. I talk about it on the Big Boss Book Club podcast in season 1. So yeah, it's an absolutely cracking game. It was a shame it ended.
Yeah, I saw people were dumping them during Dutch Comic Con a few months ago.
Don't surprise me.
And it was like, starter deck was £4. Packs were £1 each. And I didn't pick them up because I was thinking it's another game I'm not really going to play or collect. I love the Warhammer setting. I love the Warhammer 40k setting, but no.
It was a good game, but yeah, it's dead. It's done. It's not getting anything else. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it sucks.
I mean, the core box is maybe good as a nice little standalone piece, but because it technically comes with 7 playable decks, all you do is just swap out the generics and you put them in the pile of faction, and that's it. You just so it's potentially got 7 playable decks in it, but yeah, it's not worth anything.
That's sad. It reminds me a little of the World of Warcraft game, which I also didn't play, but I wanted to collect because the characters just look very cool.
Yeah. Fantastic. Who's up next then? What we got next? You got something next, Tom?
You want to come? Okay, so
Go on.
I'll do the game first because let me just put this out. So I went in on a Kickstarter in December 2021. Earthborn Games. I really hope that people see this not the wrong way around, like I can see it.
No, it's all good on this end.
Oh, fantastic! It's produced by Earthborn Games, who is run by Andrew Navarro. If that name sounds familiar to anyone, it's because he was the head of creative studio at FFG for quite some time. He left there and set out to do this game instead. Essentially, it's like if you like Arkham Horror, if you like the card game, if you like Marvel Champions, if you like Lord of the Rings LCG, I feel like this is going to be a game for you. I'm not QVC here, but Yeah, I think it's got all the earmarks for a great game. It's essentially an RPG with cards. You create a character, you create them from the ground up. So you create their stats, their personality, what their specialities are. Um, you you then get cards depending on the options you choose, and you build your deck that way. Almost a bit like kind of like a deck building game where you would maybe choose cards that go with your hero ability or whatever.
Yeah.
It's set in the future. Basically, humanity have gone underground to allow the planet to heal. It's got a very political message. Didn't really think about that at the time. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gone in. No. But the humanity are now coming back out to sort of take on a more guardian role of the planet, and it's basically about your journey. So it's very campaign based. Team Covenant did 3 weeks of streams on it, and they, as Team Covenant do, sold it to me hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
I think it replaced 3 weeks of Flesh and Blood streams. I think that's the only reason I was watching. And I was just like, oh, what's this? And then it was like, oh, another version of like Arkham Horror where it's cooperative and you're going out into the world and you're doing tasks, you're doing missions. That could be anything from go find someone who's gone missing to, oh, something needs repairing, you need to go repair it. It doesn't look like it's going to be very action heavy, so you're not like Marvel Champions or say an Arkham Horror where you'd be fighting things all the time, but there is going to be like challenges put in your way to try and hinder you. It looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is the campaign book. I mean, look at that.
That's pretty chunky, isn't it?
It's a very chunky book. I did do a quick unboxing of it on the Big Boss Book Club YouTube channel. And I did sort of get it out. The tokens are quite cool, the sort of punch board ones. I still haven't punched them out yet because I'm too scared. They give you like a really cool map of like where you are.
So do you use the map? Do you use the map to track to as a component, or is it just aesthetics? Yeah. Oh,
no,
you do.
It's a component to the game.
Oh,
so
nice.
you will look on the map, and so it may say you need to go to this town. This town. You can use the map to plot the quickest route or the best route to this town.
Nice,
and then you can follow that route. That they actually said it in one of their podcasts. They wanted it to have that aesthetic of you passing the map around the table, like trying to navigate, see like which way do we want to go? Do we want to go this way or do we want to go this way?
Yeah.
And they wanted that aesthetic in the game, and I think it looks phenomenal.
Well, that's the cool thing about co-op games, right? Is that if you're given that sort of thing, you then discuss as a group like which way you want to go and why. Like if you go this way, there's a forest there, and if you go this way, there's mountains or whatever. You have to discuss that as a team as to which way you want to go and why it might not be a good idea, etc. So
exactly. One of the big selling points as well, I think, not necessarily because I care, but more because I thought it was interesting. This entire lot is made out of recycled components, like recycled material. They'd made it very much clear that they were going to look for manufacturers who could reproduce everything in recycled cardboard, paper, the works. Hence the reason why it took so damn long to get released, because they were looking for local distribution as well. So this version would have been printed in Europe, where someone in the States will have a completely different, their version may look and feel a lot different to this. They also gave you dividers, so you could put everything in box. So I'll show you if I can get it.
What?
That's a lot of content, though, isn't it? That's a lot of cards in there. Jesus.
That is the full core box, and then you'll see these that are wrapped. These were how they were wrapped in paper.
Yeah.
As opposed to like cellophane or plastic.
Yeah.
It's literally the same. There's a pull there. You pull and it'll open up. This was the card doubler. So this gave me a second copy of all the Ranger cards. So
Ranger cards.
Ranger cards. Yeah, I wanted to say
cards. Game's called Earthborn Rangers, guys.
Let's go.
Earthborn Rangers. They basically give you enough to build 4 characters, but you won't share things. So basically, if you said, so Az says, okay, I'm going to be a ranger. I'm going to be so for example, you could be like, I'm going to be a shadow ranger. Let's say in Flesh and Blood terms.
Yeah.
I couldn't then be a shadow ranger, but these card doubler would also allow me to be a shadow ranger as well. Cool. They got dividers, the cards. This is the full first campaign plus card doubler. I'm told that when the first expansion comes out, which I've also ordered, that will also fit in here sleeved as well.
Nice.
So this, and I'm not buying anything else. They've already announced 2 extra expansions. I'm like, no.
That's how they rope you in, though, isn't it? The Kickstarter and Game Found and whatever. They're like, oh, yeah. A little add-on for $30 extra. Okay, I'll buy that. Oh, there's another add-on.
They're hooked up. We have them.
Exactly.
I didn't go all in on this game. I worked out it would have cost something like, it would have been like $350 plus sales tax, because sorry Americans, why can't you have this on at the point of sale?
Yeah.
Added on at the end. Then shipping to the UK.
Yeah.
And that was like $25. So it would have ended up being like nearly £500 in expense. And I was like, no, sorry.
Well, that's a flesh and blood competitive deck over there.
That's it. That's my
or
a
Yu-Gi-Oh deck, or a Yu-Gi-Oh deck for the coming 3 months.
Yeah, that's it. So that's it. So the game, I'm super excited to get down and play. I'm just waiting for an opportunity really where I can get people together to play it. I've already sort of got people interested in giving it a go. So yeah, I'm super excited, and again, I will probably do a review that will be on the Big Boss Book Club podcast. So yeah, that's what I had to go and get earlier. By the way, I had to go and get the plug. To visualize the plug. Should have one of the little things that come up in the bottom. You know, you see on like TV series, like
like here.
No, like what is it? Like advertising, product placement logo in the bottom corner.
Yeah, like you see yourself just here around the room.
yeah. Plug. But yeah, Team Covenant sold that game to me, hook, line, sinker, as Zach and Steven pretty much do, which is the reason I've stopped watching videos where it's like, we're trying this new game. I've just stopped watching it because I know I'll probably end up buying it. So yeah, they did a great job of advertising it, great job of promoting it. The game looks incredibly fun, so I'm super excited to get down. And when this arrived, I was like...
that's the thing, isn't it? You wait bloody couple of years for it. That's the thing with these Kickstarters. You know, you get all the stretch goals and all this, and then it comes in a big fuck off box, and you just can't wait to open it.
That's it. I mean, to be honest, I've gotten further with this than I have with the Resident Evil 3 Kickstarter I did.
Yeah,
which is still all sealed and in the big fuck off box that it came in.
Exactly.
This has at least been opened and sleeved, which is better than nothing.
I've backed. You'll probably hear about this on a extremely far in the future mail day if this series even continues, because I've also backed some stuff recently, some Game Found funder projects. One of which I did a little video on, which was called "Why I Backed Dragon Eclipse." So that's a plug for my own channel, I guess. That video's on there. But that's by Awaken Realms. Awaken Realms have a fantastic track record, and they're from the UK as well, so you don't have to pay all the extra garbage that comes with it.
Nice. Sales tax. What is that? Come on.
Yeah.
Why is this not included in the price?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the same thing happened in Japan.
Yeah, I imagine.
The same thing there. But one of the save I have with Japan is that at most store where you buy games, cards, electronics, when you spend above 5,000 yen, which is like at the moment it's like £30.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
You get a tax free.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a threshold in Japan, like you get it tax free if
Yeah.
you spend a certain. Oh, okay, that's cool.
For most stores, not all. I mean, your local mom and pop or your smaller local game shop
Yeah.
will probably not have it, but like a chain store where you can buy secondhand stuff, which I love. I love Book Off, Hope,
Book off. Yeah.
Book
Hard
Off,
off.
Hard Off,
Hard
Hobby
off.
Off.
Book off. Yeah.
Those stores are all tax free above 5,000 yen.
Oh, nice.
So if you're ever in Japan, and probably next year with calling Tokyo or something.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, there's going to be a couple of trips next year. I have to just really pick and choose what I want to do because this year that Switzerland trip last minute, fuck me, that was expensive. I've never been to anywhere else that's as expensive as Switzerland is. Jesus, and that goes without saying because Pascal found 450 quid in a briefcase the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? Say you've got too much money without saying you've got too much money. That's what that is. The man's like
funny.
raking it in like left, right, and center. The man's clearly like got. He's not like an optician. He's not really an optician. He's clearly
He's doing something else.
He's clearly like an arms
gambling.
dealer. He's gambling. He's got like a warehouse full of AK-47s that he's selling to.
I think so.
Freedom dissidents
freedom
or something.
Fighters.
I don't know, freedom fighters globally. You know what I mean? He's definitely not. He's definitely not an optician. I bet if I went to his place of work, he wouldn't be there.
It would just be some random warehouse in the middle of the mountains in Switzerland. Just one of all the abandoned Cold War bunkers that he is taken in.
Yeah.
Like a James Bond villain. Just armed guards everywhere.
Oh my god.
Tank of piranhas.
So welcome to my workshop, my friend.
Come in, Mr. Bond. Come in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to my thing because my thing's pretty all encompassing. So this is. I've been reading a lot of books and stuff recently, and this is one of them. Call of Cthulhu.
Nice.
Which is this is the Keeper rulebook. So this is like
the role-playing game.
Oh, it's your RPG. Oh, okay.
I thought it was the novel. Game. I was like,
me too.
I got those as well. So these are the RPG systems. So you got the Investigator handbooks. This is how you create your Investigator characters, and then you got this, which is the Keeper rulebook. This is the thing that's like a dungeon master's guide. So cool. This is the thing that sort of, if you're going to be the game master or the gamekeeper, you have to read through that and get all the rules. So I don't know whether I'm going to ever play this or ever get the chance to do that. I've got loads of D&D books and stuff. I showed them off on the last Great Mail Day. But I just love reading through these and getting inspiration for if I ever do it or if I ever create my own game, which you might have seen in the Discord. There's a few things floating around in there. But I just love reading like other game content and playing as many games as I can and experiment with loads of things. So like getting different ideas.
That's cool.
So I've got those.
I like that.
And as well as that, another thing here, more books. These are the monster manuals for Call of Cthulhu as well. So these are the bestiaries. They come with all the monsters and stuff in the books. So you can just look up any Cthulhu Lovecraftian beast and it will be in there.
Nice.
So get all those as well.
What's the one from Circle Undone? It's like Asleep. Is it Circle Undone? Could be the Circle.
The King in Yellow?
No, that's Carcosa. Is King in Yellow even in there? Because that's not actually H.P. Lovecraft, is it? That's Robert Chambers.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
King in Yellow. Sorry, I want to make you look. No. There's one. There's an old one that is asleep, and the idea is when that old one wakes up, everyone dies. That's it.
Oh,
the universe will just end.
Oh.
And that's the one I'm sure that's the one you're up against in Circle Undone, and you can Exodia it. You can like auto win.
Was it Hypnos?
No, that doesn't sound right.
No, Hypnos is a Greek god of sleep.
All right, okay.
It's gonna bug me. That is. they're right up there, but there's too much stuff in the way to pull them off the shelf.
Yeah.
They're literally right in front of me. The circle
but
box.
like Cthulhu and stuff, like actual lore and that, right? I'm quite new to it, like all the lore and stuff. So I got these as well. So HP Lovecraft collection.
That's cool. That's really nice looking, actually.
Yeah, and
these
these
just
are
an iPad.
They're
iBook.
If you look at the texture of these as well, they're like Bibles almost. They've got this like felt back.
Yeah,
yeah.
Nice.
It's like,
That's
and this part here is like shiny engraved stuff as well. So I've got all of these. I'm reading this one at the moment, which is the stories of the Dreamlands. So the Dreamlands
Lear,
are like,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's like all these weird short stories. Like one of them was like about cats that killed people, the cats of Ulthar.
Ulthan. Yeah.
And there's just all these other weird and wonderful stories of the Dreamlands. And then obviously you got the Dunwich Horror, Call of Cthulhu, Mountains of Madness, Macabre Stories, and Randolph Carter Tales. I don't know what those are, but these, I just thought I'd get all of these. The writing style, Lovecraft is quite a controversial figure. For various reasons, and the writing style is very old. So when I was reading it to begin with, I was like, how do I even understand this? It's like really archaic writing style, right?
Yeah, it's like reading Shakespeare, isn't it? It's not. It's very difficult to read.
It is. Yeah, it's like almost like a poem the whole time. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, the writing is a bit outdated by today's standards and stuff, but I just love exploring all the lore because I was always been a massive fan of the board game Eldritch Horror, which is probably one of my favourite board games out there. And I'm probably going to be recording a playthrough for like Halloween with some friends that I used to play a lot with. So that might be something you might see on the channel.
That'd be cool. I'll be watching that. You really need to play Arkham Horror LCG because literally, like all them, like the books that you've got there, like the Cats, Randolph Carter, they're in the Dream Eaters cycle. They're heavily featured in the Dream Eater cycle.
Yeah.
You've got Dunwich Horror. You've got the Dunwich Legacy, which is like a sequel to the Dunwich Horror. They haven't done Call of Cthulhu yet. I think they're pretty much giving that a wide berth. But yeah, like Mountains of Madness they've done now as well.
Yeah.
I didn't get that set though. But yeah, like I really think you'd like the LCG.
Yeah, that's the thing with me though. I'm a completionist, so if I like it, I'll buy everything for it. And I haven't even played. I haven't even played 75%, 80% of the scenarios in Eldritch Horror yet, because it's one of those games that you need to commit at least 3 hours to if you've got a group, because it's epic as hell, but you need a committed group to play it. So I'm finally getting some mates together from my old group that don't play too much board games and stuff anymore, but they're going to come back and do an episode of a playthrough of this. So that should be good. But yeah, very much into all of that at the moment. I really want to play. I think someone in the Discord, Al, I think you're a patron of the channel actually, plays a lot of Call of Cthulhu. So I might see if he can play, or know people that might play online potentially, because I really want to do it. But I'm also watching Chaosium, are the company that make the RPG books. I've been seeing a lot of live like playthroughs of Call of Cthulhu with actors and stuff that are really good, and it's just really got me into it. And I thought I'm going to get all the books. I'm going to play. I'm going to try and play as much as I can.
Nice.
Bloody YouTube channels selling us all these things.
That's it. Biggest marketing tool online is YouTube.
It really is.
Yeah. Flesh and Blood I got into because of Team Covenant. Just Team Covenant. I'm just going to have to stop watching them.
Stop watching YouTube, yeah.
Stop watching. Well, don't stop watching YouTube because I need to watch this channel that with this feature, and also the Big Boss Book Club YouTube channel.
That's right, yeah.
Then
plug away.
But like Earthborn Rangers, Team Covenant. Oh, here's some Flesh and Blood tokens. Team Covenant bought them. Oh, here's this game, Flesh and Blood. Seems really cool. Watch the episodes. Yeah, I'm buying into that.
Cool. Well, that is pretty much all I had. I had the football shirts and a lot of Call of Cthulhu stuff. and a couple of videos that might come out as a result of that. So stay tuned. Anybody else have anything else? I do have another thing as well, but I want to mention it at the end. So
I only have one thing left. So if Andres wants to show some more of the stockpile that he's bought.
Oh yeah. I will do the games now, and then
sounds good.
I do have because I did visit the Van Gogh exhibition.
That's right. Yeah.
But that will be at the end. Because
you're jealous.
Yeah, no, you're jealous. Because I'm going again next week.
You're going again?
Oh,
I'm going again.
Oh, man.
Go again, gaming.
I will show you at the end. I will explain why I'm going again.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So, local... it's not local. It's a game chain which I use/visit a lot.
Yeah.
Has recently did some sales. So me being the idiot who can't hold a budget and really wanted to have some stuff, went in. So they are doing away with the older generation stuff, and everything up to the Wii is 2 for €5.
Oh wow!
Oh geez,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's like 2 for £4.
So that's pretty good.
So you got a Super Smash Bros game for like £2.50 essentially.
For £2.
For £2. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's euros.
Yeah.
Euros. Yeah. So is my view correct? Because it's flipped on one side. And...
No, it looks fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, great. Yeah. So I got very lucky. I was okay. You know what? And the same stuff they had on other games, because the newer generation, they were doing 2 for 20.
Okay.
This is for the 3DS. So it's a remake of Ocarina of Time and the Mario Kart 7. And then I went to another store. Yeah, it's fun because the funny thing is they actually put in like 3D view elements, because that's what the 3DS was known for. It's in Dutch. Don't read.
So they had the map as well. Like the map was on the game was on one part and the map was on the secondary part of the DS, wasn't it? If I remember correctly, yeah.
Yeah, and it has a 3D view effect, which is very strange.
Nice.
And wrong view. Yeah, I can see myself in the corner. It's fun discovering stuff. And yeah, and just picked up some random stuff. So, of course, I'm trying to finish all the Pokemon games on the DS and 3DS. I already had this one, but now I'm upgrading it because my copy looked like it went through a kid's hand. You all know, like if you're younger, you most of the time you don't really care about your stuff, so it has like dents and scratches all over, and this copy looks just clean.
Nice. Yeah.
Also, like another clone of Pokemon, which is Isuma 11, which is a football anime. It was very popular during a certain time, but it's interesting game, so I thought, why not? Just pick one up.
Okay, yeah.
And
nice.
Bravely Default. Sorry?
For a couple of quid, you can't even moan, can you?
Yeah, it's I don't mind. I mean, I'm even though I'm cleaning up and selling my collection, this kind of stuff, it's just welcome. I don't mind. Also, Bravely Default, Square Enix game on the 3DS, which is great.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's a very good RPG. But being a very good Square Enix RPG does mean I will probably spend 20 hours at least trying to finish it. So it means it will be another game I will never be able to finish.
Yeah, pretty much.
And one of the other stuff, it's I don't remember if I showed this one last time.
Oh,
no, not stuff. You didn't show us that one last time. I would have remembered if you did.
Yeah, so I should probably just put a sticker on it. No,
I would have asked you what the franchise is and whether they do any full-size posters I can put above my bed.
So this is the Tony Premium Fan Box. No, it's from Blake from The Shining EX. It's another JRPG, Japanese RPG game series. But the funny thing is, they also did a fighting game, and this is the fighting game, Blade Arceus. And this,
that outfit doesn't look very thingy for fighting.
yeah, it's not absolutely not.
Not usable.
Is it called? You say it was called Blade Arceus.
Yeah, Blade Arceus. Blade Arceus. Arceus.
I was going to say Blade Arceus sounds brilliant.
Yeah. This one I picked up in Japan. It's another copy of a game that I'm still down I will keep, but for now it looks cool and it's in my collection. I probably need to be careful with what I show because from what I heard, Tony, the designer of this game, is well known for his doshinjis, or his more newer art, more adult art.
Well, Go Again Gaming is an R-rated channel, so you can show what you want.
Great.
18.
But coming again to Japanese stuff, buying Japanese stuff secondhand. It's
just pristine, isn't it? Japanese secondhand.
It's clean.
Yeah. Mental.
And it's something it still surprised me even until now. Every time I buy something from Japan, the box might be a little bit dent, but the stuff inside it's like new because this feels like it just was unwrapped. And the same thing goes for the PS4 game case. If you buy new games, they have like a very soft feeling on it, and that goes away after a few years or months of using. But it just feels like new. It's an outdated calendar with some fan art. But the other stuff,
just a second, then, like you were saying, it feels really clean. I was like,
it feels really clean.
It's unlike the artwork.
Unlike the artwork because it's you also get a fan book.
Oh my goodness me!
Brilliant. Yeah, that wouldn't stay clean for very long. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, and this one.
Oh baby.
But this one hasn't been opened, or at least it has been opening minimally. So the art looks great. The game is also a lot of fun.
Which kind of looks like Tifa, that one on the right there.
Yeah, because she's a barehanded fighter.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And here you see a lot of the multiple costumes they have and other characters. So very pretty art. These are the art for the CD case. Just extended a little bit.
I wonder if our friend Red Zone Rogue Kel has seen this or heard of this, because I reckon this would be right up his street, to be honest.
He might have, but the thing is, it's a franchise. The fighting game didn't come out outside of outside of Japan. The RPGs themselves came out as Shining from Shining for the PS3, PS4, and Switch. But it was a PS3 remake for the newer generations. But you can see the.
Yeah,
it's typical Japanese stuff.
But it wasn't. It wasn't based on anything that you could see, like on. What I'm trying to say is, like, it wasn't based on an anime that you could watch.
No, as far as I know, it's not.
It's just a game. Yeah,
it's just a game.
Yeah, that's probably why you might not have heard of it then. In that case, but well, that's nice. That's amazing how you can get that like that second hand. That's crazy.
Yeah, and clean.
Yeah,
that's a big surprise.
Good times.
How you can get such clean, well-conditioned softcore.
Do you know what? I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail of this episode just so people know what they're getting into now. Because
oh God, no! Please don't make me look like a degenerate again.
The parental advisory thing come up at the beginning, just like you have been warned.
You have been warned.
Yeah, you have been warned.
But
watch out!
Yeah.
No, this stuff is. It's gonna sound like an excuse, but I just really like because I bought the PS3 game, which I sold a few years ago And now I bought the PS4 game back. I'm still doubting if I'm going to keep it. Next week there is another Comic-Con. We'll also be selling a lot of my collection, so who knows? Maybe I'll sell it, maybe I won't. But it's fun to have to even see this kind of it's fucked. This kind of limited stuff online or just in stores over there, which you will never see here.
Exactly. And if you're gonna look at a game for hours on end, you want to be looking at that, don't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, it's all well and good.
One way keep the eye focused, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. That's right. Keep drawing you
Keeping
back
your
in for
mind
more.
focused on the screen.
That's right.
Oh, I need an optician afterwards. Somebody get Pascal on the phone.
Yeah. Cool. While Andres is trying to pack that thing away, what have you got, Tom?
Nothing anywhere near as exciting as that. The last thing I have today is the sleeves that I have Earthborn Rangers in. So anyone who has paid any attention to anything I put out, will know I'm a bit of a simp when it comes to accessories. I like to sleeve, and I have so many sealed packs of sleeves. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm a massive I bought the Rune deck box for Flesh and Blood, the one that Fab Metal Tokens put out with Art House Syndicate.
Yeah.
It's still sealed in a box in a cupboard. I just love it. I love the look of it. I love the artwork on it. It's beautiful, but I've never used it. It's just for me at the moment. It's just an artwork piece. So when it comes to this game, originally I bought 1,000 penny sleeves for like £6 off Amazon. But I got the game. One of the negative things I will say about Earthborn Rangers, just as a side note, is the card is a little flimsy in comparison to other games. So when I put the cards in the penny sleeves, I was like, if I put them in here, they're not going to be well protected. They're not going to be well maintained. So I just went online to find some transparent matte sleeves that I thought would do the job. And I came across these, which are Ultimate Guard,
Yeah.
Cortex, matte, transparent. Looked online, I messaged a few people, reached out to a few folks, saw some videos online. The reviews were pretty much kind of 50-50. There were people who were saying these are really good sleeves. There were people who were saying they're garbage, don't go anywhere near them. But for the price point, to buy the same number of these in Dragon Shield was like £25 more. So I thought, you know what? Let's go with the Cortexes. And I actually really like them. I bought 6 packs from Magic Madhouse. And they're really good, actually. They shuffle, they fit. Again, I've not had a chance to really get them on a table and really give them a good going over, so to speak. But I've sleeved them all, pretty much all the cards in these. They look good. They feel really good. They're not slipping. They're nice. So I am massively endorsing these now. And I would definitely consider buying more of these for other games, because actually I bought 6. There's 600 cards, and even though I put some in Quiver Time clear sleeves, the double-sided cards I put in just thick, chunky clear sleeves, I put the rest of the game in these. I've not sleeved the doubler, but I've sleeved everything else. I've still got a 1 pack, like this is a seal pack. I've not even like taken any from this. And each pack, one thing I do like, actually, I'll say it quickly. I open at the bottom and it says thank you.
It's a nice touch.
Which I thought was really funny. But each 100 comes in 2 packs. So I still have a pack and a bit in another box. So there's clearly more than 100 in these.
Yeah.
It's quite common anyway. but there's clearly more than 100 in them. And it's Ultimate Guard. I'm actually quite a big fan of Ultimate Guard. I use their Sidewinders for pretty much most of my deck boxes. My Lacana deck is in a red Sidewinder. Bolton from Flesh and Blood's in my purple one. My black one is currently taking a little bit of siesta just because I've got nothing to put in it. But yeah, the Ultimate Guard stuff is really growing on me. When I'm not using Voltex, Big Boss VX at checkout for 10% off. I'm not going to have anything to plug at the end of the episode, am I? But yeah, I would massively recommend these. I think they're absolutely fantastic, and I'm an absolute if anyone knows who Pat Shaw is, he does the Action Point podcast from Off the Rails.
Never heard of him. Don't know who he is.
Never heard of him. He also is a huge accessories guy. I think these are definitely ones to look out for, and they're quite new as well. I don't think they've been producing these for very long. I'd never seen them. Yeah, that's it. I'd never heard of them before, and I just saw them, and I was like, "Why are they so much cheaper than like the katanas? Because the katana's like £9 a pack. These like just £6." I thought that's a massive difference. But yeah, Ultimate Guard, Cortex, transparent, absolutely cracking. Yeah, and I got them specifically to sleeve Earthborn Rangers, and they look great. They feel great. The back is a nice matte. In fact, I don't know if you'll be able to see on my camera. Probably not, but we can have a look. Get all the garbage out.
No, that's good actually though, because I'm looking to sleeve my entire Eldritch Horror board game, and I want clear sleeves, so I might have to try and get some of them. Yeah.
So I mean, that's the back of the card. It's a nice sort of matte. You can feel it, and then the front is perfectly clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably that was probably totally the wrong image to put up, but yeah, they are really good. And despite the fact the cards inside are a little bit flimsy, like they've already started to like bow. They fit really well. They look really good. There's not too much edge on top, which sometimes I do find with Dragon Shield is a little bit annoying, and it means the tops get dirty. These seem to be quite nice. You could probably even double these and have a card on top as well to stop them getting too bad. But yeah, I would massively recommend them. I'm not QVC or anything, but yeah, I would massively recommend them if you're looking for transparent, just nice matte sleeves at a good price point. Because £6 for 100, and there's clearly more than 100 in a pack.
Yeah.
And if you get them through Magic Madhouse and go through Top Cashback, you get like 5% back on the order as well.
Good stuff.
Not a thingy for Top Cashback, but I absolutely love Top Cashback. So many purchases made just through Top Cashback. But yeah, Ultimate Guard, Cortex, matte, transparent. Yeah, if you're after like a board game that you still want to see the back of the cards, I would give them a go, because
I might have to.
Like I said, I haven't done too much playing with them yet, so that my opinion may change when they really start going for it. But first impressions, really good.
Good stuff.
And that's it for me.
Awesome.
Yeah, coming back to Ultimate Guard, they're my favorite brand for protecting stuff. Not always with sleeves, but inner sleeves. They are very good, and they were for a long time the best option for protecting comic books.
Okay.
Because in the comic book world, you have you can put a bag over your comic.
Yeah.
And a cardboard backstock.
Yeah.
And they are better than most of the stuff I've used, except for the Mylar, which Mylar is like the museum quality stuff.
Okay.
Which costs because normally you get a pack of 100 sleeves for, let's say, £7. The Mylar costs 20.
Oh wow! Okay, that's big increase.
Wow.
Yeah, I think for 50.
Okay.
Yeah, and those
It's quite a
are
lot, though, isn't it? Really?
no, yeah, but I know people who buy 200 comics per week. They use stacks and stacks and stacks of them.
It's probably
Jeez.
Pascal, that is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
With all that money.
Some Swiss
Yeah.
man, anyway. Some crazy Swiss bloke.
Puts him in his
Put
mountain
them in the bunker.
Cold War bunker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Brilliant. Fantastic. Right, Andres, what you got? You got something else for us?
Yeah, I got something else. I got some extra stuff. Also, during the spiel,
Yeah.
I actually wanted to get going to accessories. I was getting two very cheap plastic deck boxes. I wanted to have some extra. So it's like the Gamegenic. Wait, it's the wrong view. Yeah, so it's like the regular Gamegenic deck boxes. They were like £2 or £3. No, they were like £1.5, €2.
Yeah, they're quite cheap, those things, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're nice. They're just because I don't use any very special stuff for my decks, even though my equipment is kind of expensive. As I'll have painted my part of my Bravo deck with cold foil stuff.
I'm the same. Though. I have the quiver time like leather thing that you carry.
Yeah.
But then my actual decks are in those deck boxes that then fit inside the quiver.
Yeah.
So similar to what you got there. I don't have any fancy. I've got the Professor's Tolarian community thing, but I just don't use it because it's just not. I'd rather just carry around the quiver thing. It doesn't fit in there. So.
Yeah, I have the same. Yeah, I have a similar thing. But I also saw a preview of the bigger Professor box over there in the spiel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But going back, one of the funny things about the spiel, there were you could get special coins to play claw machine games.
Okay.
And when I was buying those 2 deck boxes, I got handed over a coin. I just played it. I'm not going to win anything. I'm just going to gamble and see if I can get myself one of the deck boxes or something. And I actually won a Gamegenic deck box.
Nice. Cool.
So I think they're one of the more luxurious versions. This friend of mine told me they're around 20 euros each, but they look pretty, and the quality is very nice for Gamegenic. For me, being a more budget-friendly brand, and these are 70 double sleeve cards. They fit in. They actually have even more space. And should be able to fit my equipment slot in, but I didn't want to stuff everything in it.
What's that got Bravo in it at the moment? Is it that one?
Yeah, it's my Bravo deck.
Yeah, of course it is.
Said that no other deck deserves this kind of luxury for now.
No, exactly. Yeah.
While I am building my Starvo deck, which is coming up for the Battle Harden in
Worlds.
Coming back to stuff I visited. I did have some small Pokemon pickups, just some random cool art cards, which are very, very much like the art. So these are from Acopolis. It's a set that is the least printed set, if I remember correctly, in Pokemon.
Okay.
Which also contains my favorite arts of cards. But at the same time, it's the most expensive set of old school Pokemon cards.
Well, I imagine
because
so,
it wasn't least printed.
Yeah.
And Japanese vending machine promo with like the old school 3D art, which it was a few euros, and I just couldn't hold back. I was, oh man, this looks so cool.
Was that Geodude? Yeah.
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 No, Golem.
Oh, Golem. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see it. That's pretty cool art, actually.
Yeah. And this war, like in Japan, at a certain moment, you could get promos. You got like sheets from vending machines where you pay a few quid, and then you could peel off the card. And this was one of the cards, and I collect them a little bit. But now, going back to Pokemon, let's start with the smaller stuff. So the Van Gogh Museum of Van Gogh. I don't remember how to. In Dutch, it's Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Yeah.
Van Gogh.
Nice.
A lot of people saw the videos of the first few days.
That's right.
I was there on the second day, and it was a lot calmer.
Oh,
No pulling, no fighting. I did get prepared. Took my boxing gloves. No,
like MMA gloves on.
I
Just
came
like
my
big
MMA gloves. Yeah. No, it's. I was happy that I came in early, like the second group that was allowed to go in, and it was calm. People weren't fighting. They were
Good.
asking a lot of questions, being a little bit pushy, but I was lucky. I was very happy the staff had some rest and had some. Yeah, I love it. I wanted to get a bigger poster, but it was sold out. But this one,
Snorlax.
Epic.
yeah, well, you can see it's Snorlax, Munchkin, and Mew
Oh yeah.
hidden in the
window.
background, in the window,
Nice.
with a Pikachu, a Ditto, and another Munchkin. The heavy ball and the Pokeball. I just love the art on this card.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Same goes for this one.
That's
Wow.
beautiful, isn't it?
Corviknight, Corvisor, Hunskrow, and this is my favorite art.
They've done a really good job with these, haven't they? Like a really good job.
The fun thing is there was a whole exposition. Well, it was in a small corner of the museum. They were explaining that Van Gogh was a very big fan of Japanese prints. So the stamp prints. You could look online. He had one of the bigger collections, if I remember, of Europe. He had a very big collection of prints, Japanese prints, the old style prints.
Nice.
And one of the most things he liked were like there's a certain Japanese style of painting where you have 3 different paintings, and if you put them next together, you have a whole scene.
Yeah.
A panorama. Yeah.
Yeah. And they had a few examples in the museum, which was lovely. And just learning about Van Gogh, his life, and how his last few years were, it was kind of heartbreaking. Someone who has dealt with like depression and stuff in their life, I think everybody could relate the stuff that happened to him and how he just suddenly got a mental breakdown. It was very touching. It was a lot more interesting than just seeing the corner with the Pokemon stuff and just seeing everything about his life and the paint, the style of paint. I don't know. It touched me a lot just seeing more than I wanted to know.
Yeah.
More than I knew about the man. Now we're
That's
going back
art.
to
That's art, though, isn't
art.
it? You know. Yeah. So you can feel the expression then, can't you, a lot more, and you appreciate the art as a result of that, of hearing it. So
yeah, and it made me appreciate even more than I bought a T-shirt. No. Now going back to the commercial stuff. Now, it was an amazing experience. I'm going back with some friends on the next week.
Nice.
And in 2 weeks, I'm going with my girlfriend, who is also an artist.
Cool.
To see what her reaction is to Van Gogh, because she has done studies in art. She's a hobby. She draws. She likes to draw. She's going to a convention soon, but also reading about the Japanese artists who actually painted all these pictures, because the original paintings of these pictures are hanging in the museum.
Nice.
Oh wow! Okay, that's
so
actually
they have
really
been
cool.
so they've been hand painted. They aren't like just regular.
They're not just prints.
Pictures.
They're actually hand painted. Oh,
yeah,
I like that.
I never in my life have I bought a T-shirt just because it was the exhibition.
Yeah,
but I did get also some bigger stuff.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I went and bought the art prints.
Yeah, this is it. This picture's in the thumbnail of this video.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That one with that Pikachu, yeah.
And yeah,
I do need to get hold of the Pikachu card because it's just awesome looking, isn't it? It's a nice art piece.
There are enough, from what I understand. They're selling around 6,000 tickets a day for entrance into the museum, and they have I think a stock of 300,000
Wow.
pieces
Okay.
in the museum. So if you visit, they'll probably hold up stock until December, so you can take your time. And if you want, I can just go to the museum and try to get some for you. I don't mind.
Oh yeah, I'll reach out to you. Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
because I would love to get one of the. I might even be half tempted by the postcards as well. Actually,
And the postcards are like €2 each. They aren't expensive.
yeah. You see, I have been looking at them on eBay, and they're just I'm like, no, thank you.
No, just wait. I think they're having a restock at half in October.
Oh, okay.
The problem is that people are standing outside of the museum buying everything from people.
Okay. So people are going out saying, okay,
Yeah.
That's a bit
And there are like guys who I call them sneakerheads. You know, there are some kind that you will spot them at the same time. Scalpers, and they're offering people cash. And when I was walking outside, there was, hey, do you want to sell your cards? No. Yeah, I have money. I have cash in hand. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. So why do you want to keep the card? Yeah, they asked me. Because I want it.
Because I want the card. Yeah.
Yeah, I want the card
because I want them.
Wow. And one of the other things I got very lucky with.
That's awesome. That is wonderful.
I also had a friend of mine ask, why does he have a little sausage in his hand?
God.
No, but I love it. It's they should be restocking this ones also at the half of October. Because to be fair, it's a bit of a fuck up. It's partially the museum's fault, but most of it is Pokemon Company fault. They should have organized together with the museum and put some logistic behind it instead of just letting the museum do everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a bit naughty, that, isn't it?
Yeah. But everything's fine because also...
There it is.
Oh, yes.
To finish the museum visit.
It's such a beautiful little... It's literally... It's useless, isn't it? It's not even...
Yeah, it's pretty useless. It's not...
beautiful.
But it's just lovely. It's a lovely card. And it also fits because I also went to Japan. So the first time I was in Japan, now I'm flexing again. I went to the Munch exhibition. Because they had a collaboration with the Tokyo Metropolitan Museum or the Tokyo Museum of Modern Art. And it was too late to get the museum promo exclusive, but I found in a local game shop, I found one of the promos.
Oh.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from the Scream.
Yeah, so I was thinking that when I was looking at it, I was like, that looks vaguely horror-esque.
Yeah.
So you got Gengar and Haunter, and that's a Psyduck in the front, isn't it?
Yeah, with headache.
Yeah.
But the best thing is that the text on the card says that the attack is Scream.
Brilliant.
I also have the Eevee one, but it's now in a box because I recently decided to clean up today of all days. Yeah.
So well, that's another thing we can all relate to is that, our desks, our gaming desks and our general space just becomes an absolute shit show over time if you're collecting all these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that was a museum trip. I do have some other Pokemon stuff. Like I got me and my girlfriend. We are a bit insane together.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, because we try to we try to up each other's. Whenever we try to give each other a gift, we try to up each other.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
But this year we had to scale it down a little bit because we were going to Japan a few weeks after our birthday. Our birthdays are very close together.
Oh,
and
nice. Okay.
One of my favorite Pokemons is a Rowlet. It's a bit dusted. dusty because my room is very dusty. But this is one of the favorite things I got from her.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's just because Rowlet is normally like a small owl, but this one is like a very fluffy. It's very soft and it feels so fine. And that's one of the things I like from the Pokemon, the Japanese Pokemon company. So they bring out stuff like this, which you will never see in a regular store.
Mm.
It's small, it's soft, and it's friendly. And it's a small, stupid owl.
Yeah.
And during the same time,
oh wow,
she got me a bigger Pikachu, which is also very soft, but I can use it as a cup holder.
Oh,
that's brilliant.
So I can just put it next to my desk and just insert a bottle of drink in it or a can, and just keeps my drink.
Oh, I'd love to put all manners of different drinks in there, like Pikachu holding a beer, Pikachu holding
holding a
spiced
bottle
rum.
Yeah, I'm going to steal that idea. I might do a small photo shoot with this.
Oh yeah, you should.
But yeah, that's I think that's that's it for me for now.
Epic.
This is stuff I picked up.
Awesome.
So, you can see it. Wait, I'm going to change the camera. You can see a little better. It's quite big.
It's quite large, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks a good size, doesn't it? Yeah, that could easily hold a good, solid can of Stella. That could.
Yeah,
so it does hold a can of regular. Okay, no, it's not. Oh yeah, it fits.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
they're the same width as beer cans, aren't they?
Yeah,
cans. Yeah.
Taller,
cool.
aren't they, beer cans?
So it probably could also hold a half liter one.
Well, you heard it here first. Pikachu is an alcoholic. Anyway,
it's a beer.
It's just one beer.
But yeah, I mean that pretty much does it for this week's mail day. It's a bit of an accentuated longer one, but obviously with an extra person, it means it's going to be longer. It's going to be more epic. So before we shout out where you can find us and all this, I also want to shout out Tobias, who does cool altars, which you can find as well in the Go Ahead Gaming Discord. So these are a few Azalea-based ones. You've got Death Dealer and Crow's Nest.
Nice.
So pretty cool. And if you use the code GAG for alts, you can get 10% off if you want to spice up your decks. And absolute plug on my own channel. But also another cool thing as well is if you're a patron of the channel, you can get cool things like this. Look, so you got a new Azalea Quicken token, which is a new piece of art with her riding a little bike through the streets of Metrix. And then you got this one as well, which I believe you might already have, Tom.
I think came in with the ball-sized dice that I won. I had no idea how big those dice were.
Yeah, you won those.
I did not realize they were that big.
Yeah, I think you both actually won some in the Swiss raffle. So thanks for getting involved with that. But yeah, so those are cool. And every new set that comes out, I'm going to be having another piece of art done with Azalea in a different location with a different border based on where the set is.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. And Tobias is going to be printing those tokens for me now in nice foil versions rather than what I was getting done before, which was a ball ache. Any sort of tokens I was getting made for these little mail outs and stuff were coming from China. So it was just taking absolutely ages, costing me a fortune, and now I just plug Tobias's stuff and he makes them for me. So it's a nice little arrangement. And I've seen a lot of people in the Discord picking up these little altars as well, so that's nice to see that they're quite popular.
Bravo is on my list of things to get.
Yeah, and if you can't afford, the Bravo cold foil or whatever, or the Azalea cold foil, then just get one of those instead because they look awesome. So do that. But that's pretty much it, really. So you're seeing this on Go Again Gaming, so I don't need to say who I am or anything. But Tom, where can people find you, first of all?
Big Boss Book Club on Instagram, Big Boss 010 on X, Big Boss Book Club on Facebook. You can listen to the Big Boss Book Club podcast, which comes out on all podcast platforms, generally Monday UK 9 a.m. unless of course I forget to unpublish to republish on the right date, in which case it might be a bit later. This show is also now available on YouTube, which comes out the day after it's released on all podcast platforms. Big Boss Book Club, please like, subscribe. If you do subscribe, you will receive exclusive content delivered to you in the dead of night by a strange looking gentleman with a bit of a lisp, but I promise you that he's perfectly harmless. Yes, that's my plug.
You've got some cool guests on your channel as well coming up soon, haven't you? You've got Pascal on there and some other things.
Yeah, we've just well, I suppose I don't know what the delay is on this being released, but obviously you've been on multiple times. Jim from Fab TCG Cards was recently been on, had a great time.
You have to get Andres on to speak about Yu-Gi-Oh, because you were just going off on one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you know what? I was literally thinking as soon as we started talking about it, I was like, guess who's getting an invite on the show as soon as we finish this recording?
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
No, yes, got Pascal coming back on to discuss Metal Gear Solid 4. My friend Jim, not from Fab TCG, but my producer, DJ Jazzy Jim, as I like to call him, he's coming back on to discuss, coming in front of the microphone, to discuss Metal Gear Solid 3. I've got a review, all sorts coming up. Got a pretty jam-packed season, despite the fact I don't have much in the queue. I have a lot coming up, so yeah, pretty exciting times.
Yeah, fantastic. And Andres, where can people find you if they want to?
You can find me at my small YouTube channel, which I only have done one video, and I still have like hours of stock I need to edit. It's Seba _ collects. Seba is like is my second first name is Sebastian.
Oh, I see. I never knew that, actually.
So one of my nicknames, one of the nicknames you get in South America is they short one of your names. So mine was either Andy or Seba.
Oh, you definitely went the right option there.
Yeah, and I was thinking Seba, and you can find me on X for Seba Courage. It's strange. There's a lot of backstory for it. It's a very short list. Like Courage, you all know Courage the dog, the cowardly dog.
Yes. Yeah.
No. It's an older cartoon with a dog who is actually a wussy, but his name is Courage.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
And in Spanish, his name was Coraje, which also means courage.
Okay.
And because it was my favorite series at the time, my name became Seba Courage, Seba Coraje.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Or you can find me in the Discord of the Gogh Gaming Club.
Yeah,
including
absolutely.
The Queen channel.
That's right. Yeah, Azalea Cult, absolutely. Which I should be doing another one with Jim very, very shortly, discussing the Bullseye braces coming back, and
yes,
which is quite nice, and a thought process about whether banning cards in certain heroes only could be a good idea, because I had a long Twitter thread about people's opinions on whether banning cards in certain heroes, because obviously Bullseye Braces was banned because of Lexi, not Azalea.
Yeah.
And I think everybody in this game is smart enough to look up what is banned in my hero and what's not. Personally, I think it's easy to maintain a ban list like that. But that's all going to be on Azalea Cult. But yeah, that's it really. That's it for today's episode. But thanks very much, everybody who's tuned in to this point. Thanks for coming on again, Andres and Tom. Thanks for that. And we'll do it all over again in a few weeks' time, I imagine. That's probably the schedule. There's no real sort of schedule on Go Again Gaming, but I imagine it'll be every few weeks or so when we just look at new things. But yeah, until next time. Cheers, folks.
Thank you, guys.